Yo, bro, I wanted to talk about this one thing that's been on my mind lately. And I just want to give a disclaimer out to all those people with a short attention span. It's not going to be your average dopamine filled video. I'm going to go deep into this topic. So if you want any value from it, just stick to the end, right? So if you've got any knowledge of the current worldly religious statistics, you'd know that Islam by far is the fastest growing religion. Bro, in the United States of America alone, literally 30,000 people every single year convert to Islam. And what's interesting is that among these converts are some of the biggest names in the self-improvement community. So like Andrew Tate converted to Islam, Sneeko converted to Islam, and now Hamza is inclining towards Islam. He made a video on his channel talking about how he started reading the Quran, and he went on to the Ahmad Mahmoud podcast and showed respect to Islam. Why are these influencers converting towards Islam? And this is a growing trend. When Islam a few decades ago was looked down upon as a backwards religion, as a terrorist religion, I've heard someone call this the Tate effect. And that's actually understandable. Because Tate converted to Islam and that convinced other people to convert as well. Because it opened their eyes and they said to themselves that, bro, I call myself a self-improvement YouTuber, but I lack the literal basic of self-improvement, which is purpose. And that's interesting because Hamza's always talking about, even Andrew Tate, probably Sneeko as well, but I don't watch Sneeko that often. They're always talking about how you need purpose to live a meaningful and beneficial life, a life that benefits both you and your future generations. And that without purpose, and that the modern addictions and distractions are your enemy because they'll prevent you from achieving your true potential. And that without purpose, you'll live a meaningless life. Without purpose, your future generations will be filled with men who are spiritually, mentally, physically weak and who are lost without purpose. Now, it's good that these influencers are realizing that you need purpose to live a meaningful life. But what they fail to realize in the past is that this purpose is given to you by religion. And that's the reason why a lot of these influencers are coming towards Islam. Now, you might be a bit lost after I said that. Let me explain it to you. Take Hamza, for example. He's always talking about Adonis and how Jeffrey's a weak, selfish man and that Adonis is a tribe leader. He's a man of value. He's a family man who strives for the betterment of his brothers and his future generations. And that's his purpose. But bro, who set this purpose? Was it Hamza? Did Hamza just make it up? Because he's an atheist, right? And the belief, atheism, I keep stuttering, bro. Atheism is the belief that you come from nothing and that you will end up into non-existence again. And if that was true, which it isn't, there would literally be no point. There would literally be no point in living. There would be no purpose to life. Because think about it, bro. Why would you strive for the betterment of yourself and your future generations if you knew that one day your future generations will literally not exist? Why love when you know that your loved ones will one day literally mean nothing? The answer to all of these whys is given solely by religion. Religion gives you a reason to live for. Like God gave you a purpose, right? And that purpose is to worship Him and obey Him by doing good, and stay away from from evil, which these influencers describe as the modern day addictions and distractions. Stay away from these, and you will be rewarded by entering into paradise, rewarded by eternal joy. And God tells you to love your loved ones, but telling them to do the same, but making them do the same. Now that's the reason why you would actually strive for the betterment of yourself and your future generations, so that they may be saved from hellfire and entered into heaven, so that they may be rewarded as well. This concept of hell and hellfire actually gives you a reason to truly love your loved ones and truly strive for their betterment. And that, bro, that's true love. This purpose, this reason to live, is given by religion, not atheism. And this realization is the reason why so many of these people, so many of these influencers are coming towards Islam. Because, bro, Islam gives man a main mission in life. That mission motivates you. That mission motivates you to do good for yourself and your loved ones. Strive for the betterment of your brothers and your future generations. Now, there's several reasons why these influencers chose to convert to Islam and not any other religion. And one of those reasons is explained really well by Andrew Tate. He said on the podcast with Muhammad Hijab, he said that Islam is the last religion. And I'm sure many of you would know this. He said this on the Fresh and Fit podcast. And I absolutely hate that podcast. The people on there are complete degenerates, bro. And now obviously Andrew Tate is Muslim, right? So he knows better than to go to these disgusting places again. But this was a really good analogy he gave on that podcast. He said that if you wear a shirt, if you wear a t-shirt saying that Jesus is gay, which, bro, we Muslims would never do, because that's absolute disrespect towards a prophet of God. If you wore that shirt and walked through the streets of London, you would make it out alive. But if you did the same with the Islamic prophet, which is the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, you'd be dead before you get to the end of the street. And that's because Islam is intolerant. It has red lines. And to him, Andrew Tate, God is a being, it's a powerful being who should be feared and respected, who has red lines, who has standards. And that's what's missing in most of these religions, if not all. You know, there's a YouTube video, I just remember that, Hamza mentioned it. There's a YouTube video called Messi in Heaven. And on that video, this girl, she's talking about Jesus doing cocaine. And I went to the comment section of the video. 99% of the people on there don't care. And I bet you, bro, more than like 90% or more than 50%, I'd say, all right? More than 50% of the people on there, I bet you they're Christians. Even though betting is haram, I wouldn't bet, but I didn't have to say that, bro. I'm pretty sure that more than 50% of the people on there are Christians. And they're giving praise to this YouTube video. They're saying, oh, this is deep, this is really good music. Now, bro, you know how all of these influencers tell you to hold yourself accountable for your actions. Guess what? Islam does exactly the same. God's always watching, right? Allah's always watching. So even though you might get multiple opportunities throughout the day to lie to someone, to do something evil, to snake someone, you wouldn't do it because God's watching you. And He knows and He'll punish you for it. Now, bro, Islam teaches absolute self-reflection and self-introspection. It teaches its followers to examine their actions, examine their intentions and their actions, and to strive to be better versions of themselves. And you know, this aligns perfectly with the self-improvement community and the message that it's putting forward, where you've got people like Andrew Tate telling you to grow with self-accountability. Let me tell you, bro, self-improvement without religion is pathetic. Without God telling you the right way to live, self-improvement is pathetic. Because you need religion for purpose. Now, bro, you know, Hamza's always talking about becoming Adonis, becoming the best version of yourself. Now we just revealed that the literal basic of this message, the literal basic of Adonis, comes from religion, from religious influence, his purpose. Because it cannot have come from it cannot have come from atheism, bro, because that's literally a contradiction. And not only purpose, so many of the qualities of Adonis were the qualities of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Now, I'm not comparing Adonis to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. But he was a man of purpose. He was the man of purpose. He was a leader, a great friend, a great father, a great husband. He was literally the one who rejected the pleasures of the world, rejected degeneracy, and told others to do the same. And all he did was follow the path laid out by Allah for him. Now, bro, he didn't have no psychologists or researchers back then who would tell him that, bro, this is statistically the best thing to do for your mental health, statistically the best thing to do for society. He just did it, bro, because he was following the one true God, Allah. And this is why I believe that Islam will be of so much value to these influencers. It will be of so much value to any man who converts to Islam. Because, you know, these influencers are so passionate about learning and growing. And Islam will provide them with the perfect framework to do so. They'll be able to teach to take their teachings to the next level and they'll be able to find even deeper peace and contentment. Man, I swear to God, I'm grateful for any man who converts to Islam, because only now can he find his true purpose and find true contentment, true peace within himself. I'm telling you, bro, this is the way forward. Islam is the way forward. And that's that, bro. If you got any, bro, that's a honeybee trying to get into my room, bro. That was close. Yeah, bro, if you've got any questions about Islam, you're free to ask me in the comment section. And yeah, that's that, bro. Take care.